The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hi, welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us today. We will begin our presentation promptly at 11 a.m. Eastern, so if you'll give us about 4 minutes, we'll get started. Hang tight, we'll begin right at 11. Hi everyone, for those of you just joining us, I wanted to let you know that our presentation will begin promptly at 11 a.m. Eastern. So give us about 2 more minutes, we'll let everyone get online today and then we'll get started. Hi everyone, it's 11 o'clock, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Welcome and thank you for joining us today for our presentation on how to use the self-serve employer portal. I'm Taylor Britt, I'm the marketing director for the Difference Card, and I'll be assisting our account consultant Gui as he goes through our live demonstration today on how to successfully navigate and use the portal. All right, during his presentation today, Gui's going to cover how to log into the employer portal, changing employee demographic information, ordering new or replacement difference cards, adding or terminating employees and or dependents, and running reports. You'll notice over on the control panel, there's some handouts and guides that have been uploaded. You'll find them under the handouts tab. You can download them and reference them throughout the presentation and then keep them with you. We will be recording today's presentation and we'll make it available to you this afternoon so that you can have access to it for future use. We also encourage that you ask any questions throughout the presentation. You may have noticed that all of your phone lines have been muted today as a default. So please use the question pane on the control panel, and I will present the questions to Gui as they come through. All right, with that, Gui, I'm going to make you a presenter and let you bring up your slides, and then we'll get started.
Okay. Thank you, Taylor. Hello, everyone. Good morning. My name is Gui, and I will be going through the standard self-serve portal access, which is also known as the employer portal. And if your account allows for the benefit plan module, please refer to the self-serve guide field that was emailed to you by your account consultant. And if you still have questions, feel free to reach out to your account consultant for further assistance. Today, we will be covering the standard portal in this training. So the first step is you need to get on the website for the WealthCare admin, and the link is also available on the quick access guide and also the employer portal sheet. Okay, and this is the first page here, and you will log in as an administrator. And you should have your credentials, username, and password ready. And for first-time logon, you will probably prompt to send a confirmation code to your text or email address. So you will need to go onto your email and be sure to look into your junk mail to see the confirmation code sent to you by WealthCare admin and promptly enter it into the screen. And you will see the homepage of the employer portal here, and where majority of the action is happening is on the left-hand corner, where we're going to refer to this as a menu bar right here. And we're going to show you through how to add a new hire information, demographic information, and add dependents, and as well as add new cards and terminate plans here. So under the menu bar here, you will go to the employee tab, and for employee subsection, you will click new. And this screen brings you to enter all the information you need for your new hire. So although you won't be able to make plan election for that specific member, after you enter all the demographic information here, you will only need to email our enrollment team the specific plan you wish to enroll that member in. So you don't have to complete an enrollment form anymore in the future if you complete the demographic information on the portal. So I'm gonna first name and last name, and then address. And make sure you enter an employee ID, which is mostly referred to the Social Security number that we use for employee ID. Okay, and also phone number and email information. So these are the contact information that we will be able to do an outreach if we ever get a call from the client or the member, and we need to do an outreach to assist them further with their question. So it's important, if you have them, make sure you enter them in here. Okay, and birthday is important. And gender and eligibility date. This is one of the areas you must fill in, otherwise you won't be allowed to go on to the next step. So mostly the eligibility date should be today or a future date. And there's additional information here, but it's not required by our system, so you may ignore this part here for the mother's maiden name and Medicare eligibility information. And you will click Save. And on this page, you will be able to add cards information if it's an employee-only enrollment, and you can add a dependent if this is the employee plus spouse or employee plus children or family enrollment. So I will go ahead and add a dependent here. And then you'll be able to copy the address of the employee with this. So you don't have to enter the information again. And for dependent ID, it will be their social security number. Okay, eligibility date, same day as the employee, and birth date. And then you can also select the relationship of the dependent. And gender here. You could click save. And now you have successfully added a new hire along with his dependent. You want to go ahead and issue them a car. So you can also, if the dependent is over the age of 18, a car will not be automatically issued. So you need to come here and issue them a car manually. Click add car, new. And then it will issue regularly, but for this demonstration, we're gonna click not issue, so the car doesn't get mailed. And shipping address should be default to the employee address or employer address, which is the preference that you sign up for during implementation. And shipping method should always be default to. I'm going to show you what the default method is: US mail. Okay, and then click save. And then to issue a car for the dependent, we're going to go in the menu bar here, and then click car subsection, and then dependent car, and then new. Okay. So basically, we basically added a new car to the dependent first instead of the employee first. So now we're going to go add a car for the employee. Okay. And now there's two cars available for both employee and the dependent. And on this bar here, the menu bar and under employee subsection, you can also go ahead and change the demographic information of the employee or spouse. So if you need to change the address or update the address of your current or new employees, you can go into the menu bar here, and under the employee and demographic, you can go ahead and change the address here. Click save. The update was successful. Okay. And for example, if we want to order a car for an existing employee, we will go on to the menu tab here, under employee or under car, and then under benefit car. And we want to do it brings you to a screen that the most recent screen that you are on, or the most recent employee that you are working on. So if you want to find another employee, you want to go ahead to advanced research or advanced search, and then type in the first initial of your employee, and then the last name initial here. So in this example, it's going to search for active employee. So go ahead, click on this employee. And before you issue a new car, make sure you temporarily inactive or deactivate the current car that the employee has. So go ahead, click on the car number, status, temporary inactive. And then click on new. Everything default. Now a new car has been issued. So you will not be able to see the full car number for the employee. Only last four digit is available due to the Security Act of the credit card. So now that we went over how to add a new hire and change demographic information, as well as add a dependent, we will now go on to the next section on how to terminate an employee's account. So it's still under the same menu bar here, employee, account, employee, and status. So it brings you to the most recent employee that we're working on right now. If you want to terminate a different employee, you will need to go on here. Let's say we want to terminate the employee that we just added. So first initial of the first name and initial of the last name. So it brings you straight to the employee's profile here. You'll go to status and enter a termination date here. So terminate employee in a future date will terminate all of their plans that they have any. For example, if there's been plan added into this account, if you, for example, the plan was added today and you want to terminate it on November 1st, all plans and the entire profile will be terminated on November 1st. If you are terminating today, for example, the same day as the eligibility day or a day prior to today, you'll need to go on to the dependents file to manually terminate the dependent as well. So save. And because we're terminating the member today, we need to go into the manage dependent status here and also terminate the dependent. Okay, now the member and its dependent has been successfully terminated from the difference card portal as of 10/10/2018.
And Gui, before you continue, I've got a question for you.
Okay.
Karen would like to know, will the system stop you from adding a new card if the employee's current card is still active?
Yes, it will. And we have scenario where members will use a previous card that, and when, well, essentially what happens is there's created confusion for the employee which card they should use, because a lot of them newly activated one will be the one that's newly issued. So you should always terminate or cancel and deactivate the previous card or the current card the member has.
Great, thank you, Gui.
So we went over eligibility enrollment section of the portal, and we're now going to move into the reporting section, which could be really beneficial for a lot of you to pull report at any time you wish with the access of this portal. So it's also located in this menu tab here and under report and request. So two buckets here. This is where you request all the report, and this is the basket where you pick up all of your reports. So we're going to go ahead and subsection enrollee and settlement report. And there's two major reports that you can pull from the enrollee section. And one of them, the most common one, is the enrollee account balance report, which goes out on a monthly basis and is primarily used for account reconciliation for a lot of our FSA and commuter benefit groups. So we're going to go here. And then it will directly to the employer name here. And you can also customize a filter in divisions or billing group and class. We don't use class, and as well as the section subsection for this report here. And you can also designate to one specific plan or account, but I recommend to do a account type on all, so you can pull up the report in the Excel format and customize it there. You can also do a run a report based on your plan here. You can do current, previous, and future, and also the plan date for any of your plans here. And the employee status, there's a variety of options available. You can pull reports only to new accounts or only to active accounts, or you can pull a report for all terminate accounts. So, and this tab is not really applicable to our use here. And sort by section is, there's two options available, which is the last name and the employee ID. And for the exclude annual election, you want to do no, unless you want to, unless you are confused by the out-of-pocket maximum for the medical plan, which is $14,700. That will be the column showing under the annual election for the medical plan. And you will not want to do that for all other plans, such as the FSA or commuter account, because it's an important piece of information. In the format, there's 3 formats available: PDF, Excel, and CSV, which is the text version of the Excel format. And for the common use, we want to use the Excel format, so you can go ahead and filter and customize it on that file. Okay, click generate. And I'm going to use the example on a sample document here. And so, sorry, give me a sec. So you will go to the menu tab, report, and then result, and view report. So as you can see, there's also other reports available that I pulled on this account today. So the history will be available to you on the previous report that you pulled. And the most recent report that we pulled on this one is here, Enrollee Account Balance Report. I'm going to show you a sample of it. And it looks something like this. It will have the report's name and also the name of the third-party administrator, which is us, and then the name of the client or your company, and as is date that you put in. And it includes information as the account type, and for all accounts, it will include all the medical plan or any FSA or commuter account you have, but you can come here and filter it to what you want or what you need here. And then it includes the status of the employee here, and also the annual election amount here. And then also total dispersed to date, and then available balance. Okay. And the second.
Kui, before you go on
yes,
to another report, I've got a question for you. Lauren would like to know, does activating the self-serve portal change any reporting we already have set up to be delivered via email, or will that continue regardless?
So that will continue regardless. It will just provide you with the capability to pull report at any time, aside from the automated email report. So if you are getting the report on a weekly or a monthly basis, and you can go onto the portal and pull it before you receive the report from our system, essentially. It provides more flexibility to you as a customer of the difference card.
Great, thanks, Kui.
Yep. And the second type of report that will be available under the enrollee subsection is the enrollee participant report. And there are other couple reports. You see a lot of reports here, but if you actually click into it, you will see this red header here. You do not have the permission to use this report because a lot of the report is being outdated and in the system. Okay, enrollee participant report here. So this is basically an eligibility report for your group. It has a lot of information and provides different lines for each account of the employee. So it could be a little bit confusing. And if you want to have a full eligibility report, I do recommend you reach out to your account consultant and get one from our enrollment team directly, which can be a little bit cleaner. But if you want to play with it and just sort and custom filter on your own, you can also pull this eligibility report here. So it also has a division feature here, and you have the option to show dependence or no show dependence. I'm going to show here. Then class, also plan year, we're going to do all here, and you can also customize it to current, previous, or feature, as well as the plan type here. And a lot of the same option as the enrollee account balance report here. So we're going to generate. And I'm going to show you, and you will go onto the menu tab and report and result, view report to open the report. So I have one already open up, so I'll show you the example of what it will look like. So this is the enrollee participant report that you can run under the enrollee section. So it has a lot of personal health information for the member, employee ID, Social Security. You can choose to mask the ID or not mask the ID, and the name of the employee as well as their status, and also their address, and most importantly their plan information here with the plan ID, plan start date, and end date. It's a lot of personal information, so use it wisely. And if you do need a clean version, just email your account consultant. Okay. And the second section under the report is the settlement report, and most of our clients receive the employer disbursement report on a monthly basis, and this is primarily used for reconciliation purpose, and it includes all card transaction, check and direct deposit, reimbursement, and as well as the refund. And the refund includes the POS refund, which is the actual dollar amount refunded into the account, and the manual refund, which is the claim adjustment in the back end. Okay, so almost the same feature and division, account segment, and start date. And you can customize it to a specific time frame that you want the report to run. And also the plan year here. And you want to, this is pretty important here, that you want to make sure you click all, so you capture all of the claims for the time frame that you're running for. Okay, in the Excel format. And I will show, and you will go to the menu tab and to view the report. I'll show you an example of the report in PDF file, but of course you can change this to a Excel format if you want. So it shows the transaction date or the service date for the transaction and the settlement date, and also the claim type, whether it's through card, check reimbursement, or direct deposit, and the amount here as well, and also the check number, and then the plan information here. Okay, and another useful and really common report under the settlement subsection is the check reimbursement history report, and also the check register report. So these two reports are exactly the same, and it shows the reimbursement on a check basis. And they're slightly in terms of how we run the reporting allegiance, and most of our clients receive the reimbursement history report on a weekly basis, because a lot of our clients, or some of our clients that have deposited pay, we use that report to send to their bank for confirmation and review. So we're going to go into the reimbursement history report here. Billing group, subgroup, and also the start date and end date here for the specific time frame that you want the report to run. Account type. It has all of the account type that you the reimbursement is filing from. For in this example, we have a lot of account here because this is a test account. We have all of the account available, but for in your case, you probably have a max up to 3 or 4 accounts. Not 3 or 4, maybe I would say 1 to 5. And it's in acronyms, and a lot of you are familiar with the HR2, what HR2 stand for, and what TRN stand for, and TRP. So you can also customize the report to each account. And you want to include the reissue, and you also want to include the void check as well. Okay, then we're gonna, and I'll show you an example of the reimbursement history report. So here you will see, so you can also include the bank account name as well, if you wish, in your Allegis or in the employer portal. And also it includes the reimbursement amount, also the check trace number. And on the check status, it will show you if it was the reissue or if the check was void. And you can also use this report to request a reissue for your employees if the check that you employee reflect hasn't been cashed. You will first need to do a stop payment with your bank on that check number, and then send the check number and the employee name to our customer care team, and we'll reissue a check for that member. Okay. And the second similar report or identical report for check history is the check register report here. Okay. So where it slightly differs is the ACH account. You will need to do a manual selection. You want to go here and click all, even though you see a couple of accounts here, but for your instance or for your case, you will only be able to see your company's bank account information here. And same selection includes void and includes reissue, yes. And see here, you can also elect to show bank account and routing number, and click generate. And then you will go on to the report section, and then subsection result and view report. And you will see all of the reports that we pull. So you see all of the report that we just pulled for this account, the APC test group. And another report that I want to go over, or there's two more reports that we want to review, is the bank transaction report. It shows the card swipe and direct deposit transaction. So go here, request settlement, bank transaction reconciliation report. Okay. Division, start date and end date, customize it as you wish. And you can choose to mask the cardholder's ID, and then sort it by last name or employee ID, and format as PDF and Excel. Include employee Social Security, yes or no. And then we can click generate here. And I'll show you an example of what the bank transaction report looks like. See here, this is what the bank transaction report looks like. Has the report name and the time that you would generate it. Also the date range that you selected. And it has the transaction type here. Even though this one only has point of service or POS on transaction, if there is direct deposit information here, it will also appear on this report and the account that is coming from. In this case, it's the FSA, and it could be HR2 or the other commuter account, parking or transit. And one final report that we're going to show you is the pending reimbursement report. This report shows pending reimbursement, which is claims that have been entered and approved. We'll go on to the menu tab here under report, request, and settlement. It's at the very bottom here, pending reimbursement report. Okay, same selection as the previous one. Last name, all format. For this one, it's only available on PDF format. Then click generate. And the pending report looks like this. So it has the plan name of the reimbursement that's pending, and also the check that's currently pending. So it's useful for you to find out the claims status for your employees if they have been processed, and if they're reimbursed through check, you can also come here and review the status of the check here. And I believe that covers the reporting section of the training. And we went over the first section is the eligibility, enrollment, card ordering, and also demographic change and plan termination. And the second section includes the reporting guide. And all of the information that I just covered here is also available on the handouts here. The self-serve portal reports flyer is really helpful. it shows you the report that we recommend you to use and also the report that we don't recommend you to use. And as well as the eligibility guide, you can refer to the self-serve portal field guide, which walk you through step-by-step how to enter a termination date, how to order a replacement car for your dependents or for your employees. And also, if you wish to have your brokers get access to this portal, which includes the full access, which is allows them to do plan election, you can also fill out the broker authorization form and send it to your account consultant, and we will set them up for this portal access so they can help you or assist you with the enrollments going forward. And I believe that wraps up the training part of it, and I'm going to hand it back to Taylor.
All right, thank you, Gui. We're going to go ahead and launch a quick poll here to see if there's any other areas that we need to review today. So if you would like to revisit any of the sections covered today, please check 1, which could be adding or terminating an employee, adding or terminating a dependent, ordering new or replacement cards, running a report, or you can simply say, no thanks, I don't need a review of any section, I'm all good today. So we'll give everyone just a couple of seconds here to cast their vote. All right, it looks like we've got a good chunk of the votes in. I'll give you just one more second here before we close it out. Okay, so Gui, it looks like you did a great job today. We've got 85% of the audience saying that they don't need a review of any section. So those members, if you don't want to stick around for the review, just know that the presentation is being recorded and it will be sent out to you later today. But for those sections that would like some revisiting, it looks like 6% would like to go over ordering a new or replacement card. And then after that, if you wouldn't mind, discuss running a report for everyone.
Okay, you running the report for everyone. Does that mean the enrollee participant report?
Yes, please.
Okay, yep. So we're gonna go first to review how to order a replacement card for the employee. So click the menu tab on the far left-hand corner here, and go to employee, and then card. So it depends, and you want to order a replacement card for the employee, so you want to click the benefit card here. And it's still, the page showed up because we were previously working on Guilin Chen's account. So if you want to order a replacement card for a different member or different employee, so you will need to enter the full social here if you have it, and or you can do advanced research. So in this case, we're just going to do a research to see who's active, and we're going to order them a new card. So the person with the last name A showed up, and this is the only person with the last name A in this account. So test NJF, and we see that there is a active card, and if the member has lost or the card got stolen, we need to temporarily deactivate the card or permanently deactivate the card if we know the person got completely lost track of the card. So here, temporary being active, save. So now the card has been placed in temporarily inactive mode. You can go ahead and place a new card for the member. Click new right under the card information here. Go ahead and issue card, yes, issue, and shipping method should always be default, and shipping address is up to your group's preference at the implementation. Most frequently is the employee's address or cardholder's shipping. So in this case, we're going to default to employer. And because this is a demonstration, we're going to click do not issue. But if you are issuing a card, make sure you press issue. So here. Okay. Right here, now a new card has been issued for the employee. It will show the last update date, which is today. and then the expiration date, and also the last 4-digit available for that card number. So it's a good reference for the, I have had clients come back saying, I have used the card and it doesn't work, and we found out that they were using a previous card, which is not active. So you can refer to it by the last 4-digit of the card that they're using. So if they're telling you they're using the card ending with 6516, you know that that card has been deactivated because they asked for a reissue. So this is, and you can refer to them that please make sure to use the new card that was issued ending in 0865 when they receive it. So this, and then we're going to go into the pulling the enrollee participant report here. So menu tab here, report, request, and it's under the enrollee subsection here under request. So enrollee participant report here. Okay. So it gives you the ability to customize the report in division. And for those clients that have multiple divisions within their profile, they can do that easily here, or they can pull the master file and then customize it within the Excel as well. And you have the ability to include a dependent or not include a dependent. And also the plan year is current, previous, or future plan. And if you don't have the renewal already, most likely the future plan will not have any data, and the account types as well. So depends on if you only want to pull participants in certain plans, you can do so here. Otherwise, it will show all accounts, which gives the employee multiple lines according to their various accounts. So this could be a little bit confusing for our client. And also the client status or account status. You can choose new active. Active is members with transaction, and new is new hires that does not have any transaction histories available for them. And also you can sort it by last name or employee ID and format. I always recommend the Excel format here. And don't exclude the annual election unless you're only pulling in a medical account and you don't want to get confused by the $14,700 number on that report. And mask the employee and dependent social security number or ID. You can have the option to yes or no. And then you click generate here. Okay. And the report looks like this. It's a big file with a lot of information available on this report. So the employer's name and also the employer ID in our system, and then the division they're in. So if you can go ahead and customize it here if you want, and you can pull the report as all division, and then if you only want division 1 to show up, you can customize it here, or you can just select all. So this file, when you run report with all division or all accounts, it allows you the flexibility to customize at any given time. So you don't have to run another report with another account type information. You can save this as a foundation and customize it whenever you need to. And it also shows the card expiration date and the card number, which is masked, and the last 4 digits available. And also the plan information is the plan ID, which is the plan type here. And you can also customize to or filter to the plan that you want to show. In this example, it has a lot of different type of plans available under this demonstration account. You can choose to only show the 2010 DCA or dependent care account, and it will show care account for 2010. And also the annual election number here and the account status here. Okay, and that is the enrollee participant report.
Great. We have got a couple of questions that have come in. Kathy would like to know, after adding a new employee to the portal, are we able to elect elections for them, or does it still have to be submitted a form to enrollments?
So if you have the standard access, which means you don't have the capability to do, due to the unique plan of your of your profile, you will only have the standard access, which does not allow plan election for new hires. What you could do is enter the demographic information or the new hire information on the portal here, on the menu bar and here. You can enter all the necessary information here, and you can just send the plan election for that member to our enrollment team, and we will enroll, select add the plan with your request. So essentially, just get rid of the enrollment form completion that's needed for either the employee or the employer. And a lot of time, I know that when we are adding a plan, you get an enrollment form from the carrier side, which contains a lot of the information. But if you want to enroll in the difference card, we require a separate enrollment form because we need it in our format in order to make sure we have the efficiency and can expedite the process for you. So by completing the demographic information in the portal, you no longer need to complete an enrollment form. You can use the carrier information as long as all the information is available on the carrier enrollment form. You can enter the information here and just simply send an email to our enrollment team to have the plan added. But for those of you who has the benefit plan module access of the portal, make sure you follow through the field guide that was sent to you by your account consultant. But if you have further questions, please feel free to reach out to your account consultant. They will walk you through the process as well.
Great. Thanks, Gui. We've got one more question here before we wrap it up today. Are we able to access different reports, for example, wellness points?
So wellness point is run in a separate portal. So that report is not available in this website here. So for now, you will continue to reach out to your account consultant for that wellness report.
Okay, great. Well, I think that's all of our questions that we've got this afternoon, Gui. I'm going to go ahead and pull up my screen so I can show everyone a little bit of information before we log off today.
Okay, thank you, everyone.
All right, guys, this concludes our presentation on how to use the employer self-serve portal. Please go ahead and download all of the handouts we mentioned today so that you have them for future use. As Gui mentioned, if you run into any issues on navigating the portal, please reach out to your account consultant. They would be happy to help you. Also, today we only covered standard access to the portal. If your account allows for full access to the benefit plan information, again, please reach out to your account consultant for training on that section or refer to the field guide. Your account consultant can also verify which level of access you have. I will send the link out to the recorded presentation by the end of the day today. We appreciate you joining us and we hope you have a great day. Thanks, Gui.
Take care, everyone.